What's up, Digitamers? Welcome back to the Nature TCG. I'm really happy to have you guys here. Today I'm bringing you guys this amazing Rookie Rushy purple deck that utilizes Mastemon to kind of thin out the field and get rid of the security, as well as fill your own field up with your own Digimon. It's really cool deck. We have 16 rookies just to kind of fill up the field, and we're going to utilize them to kind of end the game. Those are your win condition. You also have ways to kind of control the opponent and delete Digimon. You have Millenniumon, you have 𝐒𝐲𝐓, Billsmon, Dark Despair, as well as Devimon. These are all ways you're going to be able to get rid of the pesky Digimon on your opponent's side of the field that are giving you problems. So without further ado, guys, let's go through this deck. I think you're going to enjoy it a lot. Leave me down in the comment section below a comment. What do you think of this deck? Would you ever utilize it? Would you ever use it? Do you think it's actually useful? Does it win? Have you ever tried using it? What would you change with it? I'm really interested in your thoughts, guys. Besides that, let's jump into the deck. So right off the bat, we start with the Digitamon. We obviously run one Pagumon, 4 Demimeramon, because I think the way their skills activate, they activate at the same time, because Demimeramon's on deletion and Pagumon's on attack. So on deletion is basically when my Tapermon attacks, he's gonna get deleted almost certainly. So I think they activate basically the same time. So Demimeramon is just better because he lets you draw the card that you're gonna trash, check it, see, make sure you don't need it, and then trash it, rather than Pagumon, who just forces you to trash the top card. Both of them activate at the same time when you attack. Most likely you're gonna get deleted with Demimeramon, so both of them will activate at the same time. It's just that Demimeramon is just much better because it allows you to draw that card you're gonna trash. So he's definitely the ultimate Digitama right now. Moving on, we have Devimon. Our level 3 lineup is 16 rookies. So Devimon, he's just cheap, really cheap to throw out. We run 4 of him. Impmon is really strong. He kind of really hyper accelerates the deck, fills up your trash so you can have about 10, as many cards as you can. Just with him dying by himself with no Digitama under him, that's 4 cards in your trash. If he had a Digimon, if he had Demimeramon under him, that's 6 cards. So that's insane value. He's hyper accelerating the 10 to the trash setup, where Billsmon is gonna need that to come out. But besides that, we really don't need any cards in trash. So he's really just for the Billsmon's effect and to fill up the trash. Moving on, we have Tapermon. He's amazing. He gives you a free draw, and his effect is not an on-play effect. That means even if you use Nitrate to call him, you will still be able to get your draw on deletion. And getting a Tapermon with the Nitrate is just so much value. Nitrate is just 2 memory. You get a new Digimon to attack with, you get a draw, and it's just 2 memory. That's amazing. It's such good value. Finally, this is 𝐂𝐓. He is the target for all my blockers. So I want to EVO all my blockers on top of the 𝐂𝐓. So when they do end up blocking a successful attack, they are threatening to end the turn for my opponent. So I really like 𝐂𝐓 being under my blockers. That's what he really does. Moving on, we do have blockers here. We have 4 Revilemons. We're only going to run 10 level 4s because we're not necessarily... Our win condition is not to hit level 6 or 7. Our win condition is to attack as many times as we can with our rookies. And so we don't need that many level 4s to achieve that. But we do have 4 of the Devimon. He's really strong, gives you retaliation even if you EVO on him. He's definitely a 4 of staple. And then I just needed a little bit more consistency in EVOing to a level 5. And so I put in 2 more Meramons. They're just some cheap EVO, but you can change that to anything or even maybe remove it. Next, we are running level 6s, 6 level 6s. We're not really worried about EVOing, but we still want to have the option to, because we can get draws from it, and as well as just from that one EVO, we can get so much. We can get 3 draws with the Lady Devimon, and we're gonna have to trash 2 of them, but you get 3 draws. That's filling up your hand and filling up your trash. It's so strong. Lady Devimon, it's so consistent, allows you to get all the cards that you need, and make sure you have everything you needed at the right time. So Lady Devimon at 4, and then we just needed 2 extra 𝐒𝐲𝐓. Sometimes there was no other really good level 5 on purple side, and sometimes you never. I mean, 𝐒𝐲𝐓 is one of the strongest purple cards in the game. Why not utilize him? I'm not gonna need to utilize him every game, so I put him at 2. But he's still a useful ability. He gets me ahead because I will just get rid, for example, of a Tapermon, which will give me a draw, whereas I'm eating a level 5 from the opponent. Amazing. It will get me ahead for sure. So I do want 2 Chimeramons in this deck. Moving on, my level 6s are very, very simple. There's just 7 of them. 2 of them really. It's Billsmon at 3 because he's going to Evo on the Impmon. That's literally his job. He has nothing else to do. He doesn't Evo from Lady Devimon. He just Evos to the Impmon. And then Mastemon. When she comes down, she trashes the top 2 security of both you and your opponent. And then she gets to call a level 4 or lower Digimon from your trash to your field. So you trash the top security of the opponent and yourself. You get a little compromised, but you can get a blocker on the field. That means you didn't really lose anything, whereas your opponent lost the security. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Just by playing her, you're gaining a lot of value, and she works really well with this Rookie Rush deck, where she fills up the field, adds a little extra pressure. It's super, super helpful. So once you don't need to get level 6, but once you get to level 6, you're already ahead. You're filling your field. You're getting rid of the opponent's security and filling up your own field. Mastemon is extremely strong. And then sometimes you just have a level 6 and he's just sitting there. He's doing nothing. Mastemon, once she does her Digivolution ability, she's pretty useless. So I want her to be able to evo her to something else. I want to be able to utilize Millenniumon, which is one of the strongest level 7s in my opinion. And he's the only level 7 we have in purple, so where I'm really happy to have him because he's actually really strong. So I really want to utilize Millenniumon, so that's why I have him at 2. I don't need any more of him because I'm not going to win with him. I'm going to win with my rookies. Now, so I can win with my rookies. This is where my option comes. A Nitrate, I have him at 3 to kind of get my Impmons or Tapermons out whenever I need them. I have Trump Swords at 2. Sometimes you don't have a field setup with Retaliation, or you don't have your Chimeramon or they already got to a level 7, and you just need to get rid of it ASAP. You don't have any setup, or they got rid of your setup. Trump Sword is really helpful in that end where you don't need any setup. You literally just cast an option and you delete your opponent. And then finally, Dark Despair is at 2. He gives any of one of my rookies Retaliation, which means any of my rookies can kill any of my opponent's Digimon. That's super helpful. My rookies are attacking every turn, so why not give them this? And then finally, we do have 2 Matishidas. I think that's the most we're ever going to use. We don't need any more. They kind of fill up your hand for no reason. And they're useful. They actually give you the options you need to come back. Or let's say you lost one of your purple high level Digimon that are hard to get, and you can just get them back. So that's it. This is the deck. I hope you guys enjoy it.